session then does is that it shows you some of the key features that you need to use EndNote. So for those of you that still are going to install EndNote, unfortunately, in this session, we're not going to be doing installations, but there will be more trainings um, that will be created for those of you that still want to install EndNote, that have a problem with product keys and going forward, right? So just by maybe the show of hands, how many of you here are still in the installation process or are still starting out with EndNote? Okay, so I'm seeing about 7 hands, 11, 14. Okay, so what I'll do then is, because this is a mastering key features of EndNote, what I will then do is just to quickly show you how to install EndNote, and then I won't go much into detail about signing up and doing this and that on EndNote, but I'll just quickly show you how to install EndNote. I'm sharing my screen now. So the first thing that you need to do is to go on your U-Link. So on your U-Link here, you will be using your student number and your password will be your U-Link password. And then from there, what you then do is that you go to UJ Tools. So from UJ Tools, and then what you then do is that you scroll down to academic research tools and softwares, and then you click on EndNote, and then you say download. Click here to download EndNote's 21 version, and then it will start downloading, as you can see here. And then when it finishes downloading, what you will notice is that this is a zip file, right? So this being a zip file, it's encrypted with the UJ license. So the UJ license is encrypted in the EndNote file. So if you just open it and install it from here, it will require a product key. But for this not to require a product key, so on your downloads, you right click on that zip file, you click on extract all, and then you will get something like this, and then you click on extract. And then as soon as it finishes the extraction, it will then prompt you to a new folder. So on that folder, you double click that folder, and then you install with the first file, and then it won't require any product key of any sorts. So that's how you install EndNote 21. Sorry, can I just do this so that I don't have to accept people? Okay. So, are there any questions from here? Tulani, I see that you have your hand raised. Is that a previous hand?
Sorry, it's the old hand.
Okay. I can't see your screen. Maite Lucky. Okay. So, can you see my screen now, or was it just then? Maite Lucky. You can't see my screen now. Can someone else confirm if they can see my screen?
Yes, we
Yes, we.
can see.
Okay, I'm thinking maybe like maybe it's
Since we
on
can
your
see.
side. Maybe it's on your side. I will, however, share the recording just after this session. So worry not if you are not able to see my screen, and then I will share the recording. You should
Yeah, but it's only showing participants at the moment.
okay. So that's how you install EndNote. So for today's session, as you would have noted, that it's a session about mastering key features of EndNote. So this in today's session, I plan to talk about 5 things. So firstly, we will be talking about importation of citations from our databases. So I will be specifically looking at um, Web of Science database. So because it's from Clarivate and then Clarivate with EndNote, they work in hand. So I will be looking at that, but I will also be using UJoogle as well. So UJoogle is something similar to Google Scholar, but UJoogle allows you to search across the UJ databases and the UJ catalog as well. So I'll be using that as an example also. And then secondly, I'll be looking at how to create a citation report. So using the smart groups, and then we will create a citation report. And then fourthly, I will be looking at how to configure your bibliography. And then lastly, I will be looking at how to edit and manage citations. So those are the topics that I will essentially be dealing with today. So let's start the session. So EndNote has something that is called EndNote Click, right? So what EndNote Click essentially is, it is an extension of EndNote. So it basically allows you to, it detects if that citation is available for importing. So for those of you that do not have EndNote Click already, you will then need to click on create account. Then when you create account, you can use the same password that you have used on your EndNote, but you will have to create an account. You can't just sign in because you already have like an EndNote desktop account. You have to create an account specifically for EndNote Click, right? So for me, because I already have it, I will just sign in. Okay, so mine has already signed in, right? And then from here, I will be going on Google Scholar. Also, colleagues, please just, if you have any questions, please just feel free to stop me while I speak because I don't have access to see any hands raised or to my chats. So you can just unmute yourself and stop me, and then I'll answer whatever question that you have. Let me just go on Google Scholar and then let's say climate change. Let's say maybe this
Hi,
is,
Tapela, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I wanted to find out how do you get access to, or how do you download the EndNote Click? Is it like another application that you need to download separately from the EndNote?
Okay, no, thank you for that question. So what EndNote Click is a browser extension. So you can use it with Internet Explorer, Fox, and Chrome as well. So it's an extension. So when you search EndNote Click here, and then you just go in there and then it will say add to Chrome for free, and then you will do that. And then because mine is already installed, it's saying remove from Chrome, and then you just edit there. And then immediately when you've just edited it, and then it will go in here in your extensions. So for example, here I have my Grammarly, I have my Temper Monkey, Lean Library. So it will go here. It's an extension of it's a browser extension. So that's what EndNote Click is. So it's not a software, it does not require any licensing or whatever the case may be. But when you have EndNote desktop on your already installed, then you essentially can have this extension. If that answers the question.
Yes, it does.
Okay. So I'll just start afresh with this. So let's say maybe I'm searching for climate change, right? And then I click on here. So I have access to this from UJ. So notice EndNote Click right here on my extensions. It says Click has found one reference, has access to this site. What I then do is to go to my EndNote Click. So EndNote Click has already picked this up and it says article PDF available. So what I will then do from here, there's three options. So one, you can view PDF, download PDF, and also export and reference as an RIS. So for you to reference this particular article, you then need to export PDF and reference as an RIS file. And then I click on that. Just sorry,
Hey, sorry, man. Sorry for taking you back. I think I missed
no problem.
something. So for us to how did we arrive to get to end not clicking?
In what sense, maybe?
So I've installed the EndNote 21 on my desktop, right?
Yes,
So I was using the other one that we were using, what do we call
Mendeley or RefWorks.
RefWorks, right?
Yes.
So now I want to start to use EndNote. I believe there should be a way of importing my references from Mendeley to come to sorry from
EndNote.
RefWorks to EndNote, and also to put in an extension on Microsoft Word so that I can do the referencing. And now
Okay,
we
so
have introduced the concept of end not click. Maybe could we just unbundle?
Okay, so yes, we had a few sessions in the previous semester about importing or rather migrating your references from RefWorks and Mendeley into EndNote. So you can definitely drop me an email and then we can have maybe a one-on-one session on how to migrate those references from RefWorks into Mendeley so that we can do for you. So EndNote Click and EndNote are basically um, they are basically the same thing because they work hand in hand. So that's why we are saying now we are doing workshops on mastering some of the key features. So this is like a step beyond the trainings that we have already given previously. So this is like a nudge just on top of just advancing the trainings that we have given on EndNote. All right. I think maybe that sort of answers the question.
Yes, it's fine. So I just missed when you were demonstrating your end note for me to be able to get to end note click. That's only what I wanted.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. You can drop me an email and then I will we can have a conversation of that. Okay, so climate change in society. So now I will go to my EndNote, all references. Just a second, sorry. My machine is a bit slow today, so apologies about that. Now it's downloading a lot of things. Okay, so once you have, okay, let's go back. So this picks it up, and then I will basically say export PDF and references and RIS. I click on there, and then from there, what it does is that it downloads something like this. And then I will then double click on that, and then it starts importing it into EndNote. So this is our EndNote interface for those of you that have already used EndNote. So see what it does here is that it picks up that it is a journal article, the authors, the year, the title, the name of the journal, the publisher as well. So the nice thing about EndNote Click as opposed to importing directly from Google Scholar, but using EndNote Click is that it pushes the reference or the citation with the PDF as well, right? So it pushes it with the PDF as well. So you can always open the PDF from EndNote as well, and then you don't have to finish space on your laptop, right? So that's what it does, and all the metadata is basically there. And then we can then view the how the reference looks like on our summary. So it looks fine. The style that I'm using UJ Harvard style, so it did the reference according to that. So that is basically how you then how you then import a citation from EndNote Click. So do we have any questions from here?
Yes, can I ask?
Okay.
You said you are using Harvard. We are using APA. How do we get it to pick up APA and not other ones?
Not other styles as well. So the styles of referencing, you basically go to tools, output styles, and then on output styles, so here I have APA 7th as well. So I can click on that. It changes how this basically appears. This is according to the APA style. And then once you've started using EndNote for like some time, all the styles that you have used will basically be here. So the still UJ Harvard style in APA, you can change it from here, but this will be along the way as you get comfortable with EndNote, right? So any maybe more questions before we move on?
I'm not sure
Yeah,
so I'm not sure if I've missed when you were explaining. My references they are on IEEE, but now I want to change them to Harvard. So if maybe you can just show me how do I do that?
So they are on IEEE on EndNote.
Yes.
Okay, so have you installed the UJ Harvard style on your on your EndNote?
No, I didn't. So do I have to install it?
Yeah, so for you can install have so already Harvard is available here, but for UJ Harvard style, you will then have to install the UJ Harvard style. So that's something that is different. That's something that we have created as UJ. But let me just do this. Just share this with you. Uh, Yeah, so I've just sent a link on the chat. So if you want to install UJ Harvard style, then this is the lib guide that you essentially need to follow. It will give you a step-by-step process of how to install the UJ Harvard style.
Hi.
Hello,
Hi, how are you?
good, how are you?
Good. This is my first time using this. So I've already started with my thesis, and I've been just putting a list of reference at the end of every chapter that I do. And now it happens that I manually actually typed in all the references and all the names of the articles that I've used. But now, how do I sort of get it correctly? Or because I don't want to go back and actually having to search for those articles and having to do the same process that you did. But it seems like the way I've done it, it doesn't recognize it correctly to a point that it produces that reference that I need.
Uh, that is a bit of challenge that we are still having. We have a meeting soon with people from Clarivate, the ones that we use, the ones that are basically vending EndNote for us. But essentially, I think the best way is that if you have the DOI numbers, like you can just simply click on the DOI number and then import those citations into EndNote and then sort of insert those citations. So that's sort of a way that we've been using and a way that we've been encouraging as yet. So that is how we essentially do it. It's the way that you want to avoid, but that's how we have been doing it and basically suggesting.
Okay, no. Will you
Yeah.
be providing us with this recording post this meeting?
Yeah, it will be provided, and I will be sharing just the register before the end of this meeting. So for those of you that want the recording, please make sure that you do sign the register because we only use the register to get your emails so that we can send the recording. Yulisa, I see that you have
Okay,
a hand.
thank you.
Okay, thanks. I have a question. With me, once on the list, I have 10 references. It does not allow me to continue. So I normally delete. So I'm not sure if it's the right way to do it or there's another way of doing it. Thanks.
So with EndNote, it should allow you to have over 50,000 references. So I don't know why it's only limiting to 10 references. Can you please just send me an email and then maybe we can address that issue offline today?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Vusmuzi, I see you have a question as well.
Hi, Chapelo.
Yeah,
Hello.
I can hear you.
I just want to confirm, where is the attendant register that we need to fill up our names for the recording?
I will send in a link just before the end of this meeting.
Great stuff. Thank you.
Okay. Balenhle, I see there's a question in the chat. My EndNote only imports the reference from Google Scholar and not the PDF document. Yeah. So with the PDF document, the problem is that some of the PDF documents that we have is that they don't have the DOI numbers. So what EndNote does is that it picks up the DOI number and then it generates the metadata from that. So if the information isn't necessarily there, it's hard for EndNote to sort of pick up the metadata. So what I suggest is, so the easiest way is that you just copy the title of that, you paste it on Google Scholar, import the citation from Google Scholar into your EndNotes. That's the easiest way that I can suggest. It takes about literally less than 15 seconds to do that. I don't know if that answers your question, Balentle. And then Pizzo Mapinga, I see that you have a question. That will be like the last question that I take on this round, and then I will continue with this moving forward, if that's fine.
Thank you. Uh, with regards to citation, whenever I put citation from EndNote, it appears this way. And I've chosen Harvard UJ. So what will be the
Okay.
cause for this?
Can you please go on your EndNote 21 next to help? Just there on, so there's file, home, insert, draw. Yes, and then instant formatting.
Instead,
Just below categorize references.
sorry?
Just below categorize. So you see where it says UK Harvard style?
Yes, yeah,
Just on your right from there, there's where it says instant formatting.
okay, yeah,
Please just put that on instead of off.
okay. Then yes, right?
Yeah, on, yes.
It says the requested member of collection does not exist.
On my side, it's still loading.
Oh, now it says on. But it's on, but it said the requested member does not exist.
Can I just wait for it so that I can also see what's going on? Because
Yeah, but the reference now looks okay, I think.
the reference now looks okay.
Yeah, it looks fine. I'm not
Yeah,
sure you
no,
can see this.
yeah, it's still loading on my side, but if the reference now looks okay, then that should be fine. So that's how you fix that. So if it has the hashtags and all of that, that's how you fix that. So that goes to everyone else. Sometimes Word does switch off instant formatting, so you just turn on instant formatting, and then that should be fine.
All right, thank
Okay,
you.
so moving on, so there's something that EndNote does. So let me just delete this group. So okay, so there's something called smart groups on EndNote. So smart groups basically means that you are grouping your references the way you want them, right? So let's say, for instance, create a smart group, and then let's say maybe I want a group about COVID-19, right?
Sorry, your screen is not sharing.
Okay, thank you. So let's say maybe the name of, okay, let me start afresh with that. So I will go on groups, create smart groups, and then name of the smart group, I will say maybe COVID-19, and then I will say here any field, and then I will say here, what do I want on COVID-19? Something that has COVID, right? And then I create the smart group. So the smart group has already been created here. So then when I go to, let's say, let me go to my Web of Science. Okay, let me go to library. And then databases, A to Z. Let's go to, I'm sorry, can you please mute? Very good. Science. And then let's say maybe from here, I will then be searching for COVID-19. And then I go on this right here. And then my EndNote click, as we were showing previously. So EndNote click does pick this up, and then we click on there. It has downloaded from EndNote click. We go there, and then we take this to our EndNote. So it's importing to our EndNote. There we go. So let's see what the title it has picked up. And let's go here. Important citations, COVID-19. Let me just confirm here. Edit group. Okay. So with my smart group, right? So I have imported the citation. So it goes to all my references. Here is the reference on my references. And what then this does is on the smart groups, everything that has something with the title, so it picks up from the abstract, from the title as well. It picks up from maybe say the journal as well. Maybe there's a journal that is about COVID-19. It picks that up, so it automatically takes those specific articles or books or whatever. It directly takes them to the smart group titled COVID-19, right? And then let's do another one just as an example as well. So here's another one. We click on that one as well. We just wait for our EndNote click to pick it up. EndNote click has picked it up. We export PDF and references and RIS. It's downloading, and then open it from there as well. It's importing into EndNote. So notice here on imported references, there's only one. This is one that I've just imported. It goes to all my references. There it is as well. But on my smart groups, it has also imported this as well on my smart groups. So it goes to my smart groups as well, right? So we will do neuro psychological measures of post COVID-19. See title. Okay, there we have it. So even this side, there we have it. So it has imported two. I'll just make sure that I delete one, right? Um, so I will just do the third one as well, and then I will take questions because I can imagine there's a lot of questions that people might have. And then EndNote again, EndNote click analysis of COVID-19, and then I import this as well. And then it's the same thing, import. Here on the imported ones, it picks it up, COVID-19, and then it takes it directly there. So what this does is basically allows you to, it automatically arranges your references, or if you want to write a chapter about this specific thing, you can then create a smart group, and then you can know that this goes directly there without you having to do a lot of work that is, right? So I will be taking questions on the smart groups now. So anyone that has a question, Yulisa, I see you have a hand, or is it an old hand?
It's all, sorry.
Okay. I see there's a hand from Okorege. I hope I pronounced that properly. Aliyu.
Yes, hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
And thank you. Can you hear me very well?
Good.
Thank you very
Uh,
much. Yeah,
yeah, you are cutting just in between. I don't know, maybe if you can. Yeah.
yeah. My question is, how can you manage, how can you merge two libraries? Is it possible?
It is possible to merge two libraries.
You have library one,
S-
you have library two. Can you merge the two together so that when you are working with, you are working your assignment so that you just have access to just not shuttling between one and two, one and two.
can you just repeat the last part?
So what I said is it possible to merge two libraries? Maybe you have library one, library two.
Yes, it is possible to merge those libraries. I don't have two libraries right now, but essentially how you do that is that you will then have to import and then click on file. And then you will say you want to import an EndNote library. And then from there, you will choose that. And then you go to, let's see if I have a library here that I can find. No, I don't have a library here. I don't have any library here that I can, but you essentially, when you choose from here on the drop down, you just import option, you choose an import library, and then it will merge the two libraries. So the library that you already have open and the library that you are going to import, and then it will merge the two libraries. Does that answer the question?
I hope so.
Okay, we will try it out, and then yeah, you can also send me an email and then we'll talk about that offline. But yeah, it's something that is doable.
Because I've tried it, working for me. But it's
Okay,
okay,
we will
thank you.
do it, please. Yeah, so I'll just drop my email as well. In the chat, you can drop me an email also. Mapule, I see you have a hand.
Yes, I do have. I wanted to find out if can you create what's this? A smart group with existing references on EndNote.
Yes, you can create a smart group with existing. So you just need to make sure that after creating the smart group, you close your EndNote and reopen it, and then it will directly take those references into the smart group.
Okay.
Yeah, so it does do that. So any questions related to the smart groups?
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes, sorry, on smart groups, for me on my side it says author contains and year contains. I'm just quite confused. How am I supposed to, should I just say the articles from this year to this year? From I don't know. Like, can you
Okay,
just
so
go over it a bit again? Sorry.
yeah, so I'll just show you here when I edit my group, right? So you choose on any field and then you contains, and then you just click on contains, and then on contains, that's where you will write the title that you want, and then you don't change these things here.
Okay.
Yeah. Pito, I see you have a question.
Yes. So if you already have a group that can automatically group references via some text, and you want to add another reference but doesn't necessarily have the same tag, how do you do that? For example,
Can you
you're a COVID group, but you have another paper that you'll use for that COVID related paper, but it doesn't have a COVID tag on it.
oh, okay, let's see. Uh, uh, so then you will then, I think, need to create, so let's do this. Let's see, I haven't checked that out, but I just want to see if it's possible. Copy references to no. So it's only going to the groups that I have. It's not taking it to the smart group. Um, I'll have to find out on that. It's not something that I've tried because even here, it's not giving us the option to add this into the smart group instead. So it's something that I will have to find out. But what I know is it picks up from the prompts that you sort of give it to, right? Yeah, that I
Oh,
will definitely have to find out on that.
all right.
So, so with the smart groups as well, I think something else that we need to note with the smart groups, you can also create a smart group according to, so you can say year, and then 2020, and then you create the smart group according to that. So each and every each and every so there's a lot of prompts that you can give the smart groups to. So you can also say less than, greater than. So you can group all the references that are from 2017 to 2020. There's a lot of creative ways of basically engaging with your smart groups. So it's not just necessarily that you have to just use with the titles. You can be creative of how you want to use your smart groups. And then from there, moving on. So now I want to talk about creating something that is called a a citation report, right? So with a citation report, it is basically I'll just stop sharing my screen for a second. Sorry. So with a citation report is available for um, if you have used ones that you got from Web of Science, right? Because with EndNote, it is specifically so EndNote works is from Clarivate, and with it being from Clarivate, it sort of makes sense to that it creates a citation report from EndNote as well. I don't know if that makes sense, right? Let me just quickly share my screen. Mapule, is that an old hand?
Yes, it's an old.
Okay. So with a citation report, basically, you will you do so on the smart group, you just or on a group, you just say you right click and then you say create a citation report. So one or more references. Sorry, Tinashe, can you please mute yourself? Okay, thank you. One or more references from either Web of Science are required to generate this citation report. So let's just do this. Um, so with the ones that, okay, let me just go fishing for more reports from Web of Science as well. Just do this. So it is from Web of Science. Okay, let me try finding another one as well. Apologies about that. Just yeah, it's still loading. My machine is a bit slow today. It's taking a bit of time, but let me just try it again and see if I can. Okay, so for this, it's not creating a citation reports with the ones that I have, but I will make sure that I include this in the next session that we have in the name of time, because there's other people that have just joined the session. I see there's like 93 people now in this session as well. So the last thing that I wanted to speak about from the group that joined earlier is how to edit and manage citations. Um, okay, so Damilola, we are going to be starting another session now at 11. It's supposed to be starting now at 11. So edit and manage citation. So let me just open a new Word document. And then so, um, can you please mute?
Tapelo,
Hello?
does it mean that we should leave the old group?
For those that, so I'll basically start with the things that I started with. So for those that feel that they did not get some sort of clarity, they can stay just after I finish this segment. They can stay, and those that want to leave, they are more than welcome to leave.
Just a quick one. Oh, thank you for that. You said you are going
Yeah,
to send us your email address for us who
yeah, I've
wants.
already. Yeah, I've already left it in the chat, so I'll just also write it again on the chat.
Oh yeah, I see it now. I see it now.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So now we are speaking about what we call editing and managing citations, right? So how you edit and manage citations. So let's say in this citation, you basically want the authors to be outside of the brackets and the year to be inside of the bracket. What you then do is that you right click. So you will see that what EndNote does is that it highlights it with this like sort of gray gray highlighter, and then you will just go on edit citation, and then you go on more. And then from here, what you then want to do is display as author outside of this. And then you just, let's say maybe you also want to add a page number. You will just write 18 there, page 18 to 24. And then you can edit that. So you see what it then does is that it edits the page numbers there. So this is according to the UJ Harvard style, and it has taken the authors outside of the brackets, and inside of the brackets, that's where you find the year and the page numbers. So if you want to change this as well, you want the authors inside of the brackets, what you then do is default to format, and then it does that for you. So this process happens automatically, right? So that's how you edit and manage citations. So for configuring bibliographies, what you then do from here, so document format, and then you will just go to this, and then you can choose maybe that you want this to be 12. You can change the font as well. So let's say you are using let's see, the most popular font is Arial. So let's say Arial, and then you can also write a reference list here. And then you can also fix the indenting and the spacing. And then you can also text format. You can bold your title, okay. So notice it has titled this. So this is the reference list as well. And then it basically creates that. And then if you want to also change the indenting here, you also go all the way there, and then layout, and then let's say maybe 0 as well, okay. And then it basically shapes it in a way that you would want. So that's how you edit the citations, you configure the bibliography as well. So I know this is something that is very new even to the people that were using EndNote. So the point of this session was just to sort of make those advancements. So for the first session, that is basically what I had for you today. So with the register for the recording, I will just send it just now. Can I have a second?
While you're looking for the register, so on the citation, you have a couple of authors. I expected to have one author and then said et al., but it sort of mentioned all the authors. How do you make it to say et al., or you don't have to have et al. At the end?
It does do it, but for this specific configuration, it does it on the second time. So the first time with the UJ Harvard, it mentions all the authors, and the second time you use that reference, it then does the et al.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, so that is specifically for the UJ Harvard style. Just a second for those that have joined. I'm sending the register now. Apologies.
Yeah. While you're sending the register, is it possible maybe to do the second time so that you can say it? Because what it's been just asked normally, that's what most of us are used to. So that if there's any question or someone struggling later on and you are not there, we know how to do it.
Okay.
Hi guys. And also, I just joined, I'm sorry. I would
Okay.
like you to go back to how to change the font for the referencing because I'm struggling with that currently.
Okay, so if you just joined, we're going to have like a new session that we're going to start all the way afresh from. I just want to send a register for
All right, thank
those,
you.
yeah, for those that were in the session already.
Thank you.
So I've just shared a link on the chat. So for those of you that already were in the session, please just make sure that you sign the register, because that's how we are going to share the recording for this session. That is very important. Even those that just joined now, please just make sure that
Hello, Eva.
you just sign the register as well. So the last question that I had was, can you please, I'm sorry, can you please just mute yourself? Someone that is unmuted here. So I'll just share my screen again. Okay, so we are here. So we were speaking about so editing a citation first. So I'll just quickly go back to that. So when you edit a citation, you right click, edit citation. So if you want to exclude an author as well, you can still do that, and then it does that for you. If you want to exclude the year, it does that for you. And if um you revert to default, so that is what it is. And then you can do it more comprehensively by going into going into here. Apologies. Going here, edit and manage. So what you then do from there is that you can say author outside, and then the year we can say maybe 67 to 70, and then you click on OK, and then it changes that for you on there. So with the reference list, on the reference list here on the top toolbar, there is this small arrow that is pointing down just below categorize references and instant formatting. You click on that, and then you also can choose the output style from here. You can choose that, you can change it that you want it to be APA. So you can do this as you go. Let's say maybe they are looking, you wrote an article, now they want APA 7th, and you want to quickly just change it without a lot of work. You can just quickly change it there and then click on OK, and then there we go, it changes automatically to APA 7th. And then for the layout, and then you can choose here that you want um, you can choose here the font that you want to use. You can choose Calibri, Arial, the size as well, the title of the bibliography as well. You can write it here so that as you continue referencing, it pushes that down. So start the bibliography with number 1. You can do that as well. And then line spacing, you can edit those sort of things, and then you can click OK. And then there we go. So this is our bibliography, and then it comes like that. So you can configure it how you want it to be. So that is essentially how you do that. So thank you so much to the colleagues that joined earlier. So for those of you that want to stay in the second session, I know there's a lot of excitement around EndNote, and there's a lot of things that you want to learn about EndNote. You are more than welcome to stay. We are going to start this session from scratch, but for those of you that have other commitments, or you feel maybe you have grasped enough for the day, that's completely fine as well. You can you can go out of the meeting. And then for those of you that just joined this session, thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Tapelo Kambule, and I am a library assistant. I work at the APK library at level 2. I'm a library assistant for research support. So thank you so much for joining us. I hope this session will be very fruitful to you, and it will sort of have it will impact your research in a way. Okay, so Vusmuzi, I see that you have a hand.
Yes, sorry. You said you have sent the recording, I mean the attendance register. Where is it?
No, the recording, I haven't sent it as yet. I will send it though.
And the register,
After
attendance register?
the attendance register, I've sent it in the chat.